My name is Oscar Schell, and I'm 9 years old. Oh, here's my card. Oscar Schell, inventor, jewelry designer, amateur entomologist, pacifist, percussionist, collector of rare coins, butterflies that died natural deaths, Beatles memorabilia, and other things. Home phone, private. Cell phone, private. Fax machine, well, I don't have a fax machine. Yet. I've only ever been in a limousine twice. Ever. The first time, I asked my mom if we could drive by the school so the other kids could see me in a limousine. But my mom said that it wasn't on the way and we couldn't be late to the cemetery. And I asked her, why not? Which I actually thought was a very good question because if you think about it, why not? Even though I'm not anymore, I used to be an atheist, which means that I did not believe in things that could not be observed. And it's not that I believe in things that cannot be observed now, because I don't. It's just that I believe that things are extremely complicated. And anyway, it's not like we were actually burying Dad.
On September 11th, 2001, our world was forever transformed. But for one young boy growing up in Manhattan, this tragedy touched even closer to home when his father becomes one of the victims of the attack. As Oscar recounts the last moments with his father, we see a young boy thrust into a situation he should never have had to endure, and is left with memories that he, or any of us for that matter, should ever forget. Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close by Jonathan Safran Foer.
Dad always used to tuck me in every night, and oh, he would tell the greatest stories, and then we'd read the New York Times together, and sometimes he'd whistle, "I am the walrus," because that was his favorite song, even though he couldn't ever explain to me what it meant, which frustrated me. But that night when he was tucking me in, the night before the worst day, I asked him if the world was a flat plate supported on the back of a giant tortoise.
Excuse me?
Well, it's just that, why does the Earth stay in place instead of falling into the universe?
Is this Oscar I'm tucking in? Or has an alien stolen his brain for experimentation?
We don't believe in aliens, Dad. It's just that I don't understand the reason.
Well, whoever said there has to be a reason?
Well, no one ever said it, technically.
It was a rhetorical question, Oscar. Listen, there doesn't have to be a reason.
But if there isn't a reason, then why do we exist at all? Why am I your son?
Well, it's because your mother and I had sex, and one of my sperm fertilized one of her eggs.
Excuse me while I regurgitate. Ah! What I don't understand is, why do we exist? Not how. But why?
Well, we exist because we exist. We could imagine all sorts of universes unlike this one, but this is the one that happened.
He kissed my forehead and said goodnight, and then he was at the door. Dad?
Yeah, buddy?
Nothing. The next time I heard his voice was when I came home from school the next day. They let us out early because of what happened. The apartment was so empty and quiet. So I checked the phone messages.
Message 1, Tuesday, 8:52 a.m. Hello? Are you there? It's me, Dad. If you're there, please pick up. Okay, listen, something's happened. I'm okay. Everything is fine. I just wanted to call and let you know that I'm all right and not to worry. They're telling us to stay where we are and just wait for the firemen. Message 2, Tuesday, 9:12 a.m. Hello? Are you there? It's me, Dad. If you're there, please pick up. I'm sorry, it's getting a little smoky in here. Listen, I don't know if you've heard about what's happened, but I'm all right. Everything is fine. Listen, give Grandma a call. Let her know that I'm all right. Hopefully, the firemen will be up here soon.
After I listened to the messages, the phone rang. It was 10:26 and 47 seconds. And I looked at the caller ID and saw that it was his cell phone. But I couldn't pick up the phone. I just couldn't do it. The answering machine came on and I heard my own voice. Hi, you've reached a Shell residence. Today's fact of the day, it's so cold in Siberia that breath instantly freezes with a crackling noise they call the whispering of the stars. Please leave a message. There was a beep. And then I heard my dad's voice.
Are you there? Are you there? Are you there?
He needed me. And I couldn't pick up. I just couldn't do it.
Are you there? Are you there? Please, is anybody there?
I can hear people screaming and crying in the background. And I could hear glass breaking, which makes me wonder if people were jumping.
Are you there? Are you there? Are you?
And then it cut off. Why didn't he say goodbye? Why didn't he say, I love you? I love you. Sometimes I imagine that everything that happened that day happened backwards. Dad would have left the messages backward until the machine was empty. And that plane would have flown backward away from him all the way back to Boston. And he would have taken the elevator to the street and pressed the button for the top floor for no reason at all. He would have gotten back into bed, and the alarm would have rang backwards. And then he would have gotten up again the night before and walked backwards to my room, and I would have said nothing. Backwards. And he would have said,
Yeah, buddy?
backwards. And I would have said, Dad, backwards. Which would have sounded the same as Dad, forward. And then we would be safe